Alright, the endocrine system. So, what is the endocrine system? The endocrine system, also known as the hormonal system, is a complex network of glands and tissues that produce and releases hormones, which act as chemical messengers regulating vital bodily functions. These hormones are released into the bloodstream and travel to target organs, controlling growth, metabolism, reproduction, stress responses, mood, energy balance, and many other physiological processes. Operating in close coordination with the nervous system, the endocrine system plays a foundational role in maintaining internal equilibrium, homeostasis, within the body. The endocrine system features a mix of central regulators in the brain and peripheral glands throughout the body, each with unique structures and functions but working in harmony to support overall health. So for the brain and central regulation, we've got the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is a small but critical region of the brain that links the nervous and endocrine systems. It produces releasing and inhibiting hormones such as TRH, thyrotropin-releasing hormone, and CRH, corticotropin-releasing hormone, that control the pituitary gland. It also plays a vital role in regulating body temperature, hunger, thirst, sleep cycles, and blood pressure. We've also got the pituitary gland, or the master gland. Located at the base of the brain, the pituitary gland secretes hormones that direct other endocrine glands. Divided into anterior and posterior lobes, it produces hormones including GH, growth hormone, regulates growth and cell repair. TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, stimulates thyroid hormone production. ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone, activates adrenal cortisol release. FSH and LH influence reproductive organs. Prolactin promotes milk production, and oxytocin and ADH, released from the posterior lobe, support childbirth, bonding, and water balance. We've also got glands throughout the body. So, the pineal gland. This small pine cone-shaped gland in the brain secretes melatonin, which regulates the sleep-wake cycle and circadian rhythm. The thyroid gland. Located in the neck, the thyroid produces T3, triiodothyronine, and T4, thyroxine, which control metabolism, energy production, growth, and neural development. It also produces calcitonin, which participates in calcium regulation. We've also got the parathyroid glands. These four pea-sized glands sit behind the thyroid. They secrete PTH, parathyroid hormone, which helps regulate blood calcium and phosphor levels, critical for nerve transmission and bone health. We've also got the adrenal glands. Sitting atop each kidney, the adrenal glands are divided into cortex, outer, produces cortisol, manages stress and metabolism, aldosterone, controls salt and water balance, and DHEA, a precursor to sex hormones. And the medulla, inner, releases epinephrine and norepinephrine, responsible for fight or flight responses during stress or danger. The next gland is the pancreas, which got an endocrine function. The pancreas houses clusters of cells called the islets of Langerhans, which secrete insulin, lowers blood sugar by helping cells absorb glucose, glucagon raises blood sugar by releasing stored glucose, and somatostatin balances the activity of insulin and glucagon. We've got the gonads, reproductive organs. So for the females, they are the ovaries. Secrete estrogen and progesterone, regulate menstrual cycles, fertility, and bone health. And for the males, we've got testes, release testosterone, critical for sperm production, libido, and male sexual maturation. We've also got the thymus. Located in the upper chest, the thymus produces thymosin, which supports the maturation of T lymphocytes, white blood cells, particularly during childhood. After puberty, it slowly shrinks. And we've got other hormonal contributors, like the kidneys. They release erythropoietin, stimulates red blood cell production, and renin helps regulate blood pressure. Hormones control every system in the body. So here's a brief look at some key hormones and their roles. So take a look, pause the video, or maybe screenshot it, and yeah, you will see that many glands control many hormones that control many bodily functions. So as you can see, the endocrine system is very important. The endocrine and nervous systems operate as partners in governing homeostasis. The hypothalamus, acting as the command center, receives natural signals and responds by releasing hormones that control endocrine organs. It communicates with the pituitary through a specialized vascular network called the hypophyseal portal system, ensuring precise and rapid regulation. This dynamic connection forms the field of neuroendocrinology, which shows how thoughts, emotions, and stress impact hormonal balance. Because hormones have widespread effects, endocrine disorders can disrupt multiple body systems. Common endocrine diseases include diabetes mellitus, caused by insulin deficiency or resistance, leading to chronic high blood sugar. Symptoms include thirst, frequent urination, fatigue, and potential organ damage. Hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. Imbalance of thyroid hormones affects metabolism, energy, weight, and heart function. We've got some adrenal disorders. Addison's disease, insufficient cortisol and aldosterone, causing fatigue, low blood pressure, and weight loss. And Cushing's syndrome, excess cortisol leading to weight gain, high blood pressure, and mood disturbances. We've also got PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, a hormonal disorder involving excess androgens in women, affecting fertility, skin, and weight. And we've got menopause and andropause, natural hormone declines with age, impacting mood, bone health, and libido. Diagnosis involves hormone level testing, imaging studies, and sometimes biopsies. Treatment may require hormonal medications, for example, levothyroxine for thyroid, lifestyle modifications, or surgical approaches. So before going into how to support and enhance the endocrine system, I am not a doctor. This video is only for information purposes, so don't take what I say as medical advice. This is just for information purposes. A balanced lifestyle is critical for maintaining endocrine health. Here's how to support your hormonal system naturally. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Keep a consistent sleep-wake schedule and avoid bright screens or stressful activities before bed. Morning sunlight helps entrain the circadian rhythm and boosts vitamin D production. A stable sleep routine helps regulate melatonin, cortisol, insulin, and thyroid hormones. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which can disrupt blood sugar balance, increasing diabetes risk, reproductive hormones, fertility issues, and thyroid function, slowing metabolism. Stress management tools include mindfulness and meditation, deep breathing and yoga, grounding practices in nature, and a time set aside for rest, joy, and community. Emphasize healthy fats and whole foods. Olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, and omega-3 rich fish help produce steroid hormones like estrogen and testosterone. The Mediterranean diet, rich in plants, fish, legumes, and olive oil, is linked to improve the metabolic and hormonal health. Include protein and fiber. Lean proteins like fish, eggs, and legumes stabilize blood sugar and support hormone synthesis. Fiber supports gut health and helps eliminate excess estrogen, and support with phytoestrogens and micronutrients. Foods like soy, flax, and legumes contain phytoestrogens that may aid in estrogen balance. Magnesium in spinach nuts, zinc, pumpkin seeds, selenium, Brazil nuts, and vitamin D are vital for immune and hormonal health. Stay active. Exercise helps improve insulin sensitivity, boost mood and energy, manage cortisol levels, and preserve bone and muscle mass. Balance cardio, strength training, and flexibility practices like yoga. Avoid chronic overtraining, which can raise cortisol and disrupt hormone balance. Certain chemicals found in some plastics, pesticides, cosmetics, and processed foods can interfere with hormones. To reduce exposure, choose BPA-free containers, use natural skincare products, and eat organic and minimally packaged foods when possible. Examples of common endocrine disruptors include BPA, phthalates, and parabens. Adequate water consumption supports hormone transport and detoxification. A balanced gut microbiome influences hormonal metabolism, particularly serotonin and estrogen. Support gut health with probiotics from yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and prebiotic fibers from bananas, garlic, onions, and oats. Certain herbs may support hormonal balance, especially during stress or reproductive transitions. So we've got ashwagandha, adaptogen for stress. We've also got maca, supports energy and reproductive hormones. Chasteberry or vitex supports menstrual regularity, and red clover and rhodiola may support menopause or mood. Always consult a healthcare provider before starting supplements, especially if taking medications or managing a medical condition. So of course, if you want to bring massive changes into your life, please consider talking to a doctor or doing your own researches. And yeah, let's get to the summary. In summary, the endocrine system is a finely tuned network that keeps the body operating harmoniously, with hormones playing roles in everything from hunger to healing, from fertility to fighting fatigue. Through thoughtful lifestyle choices like sleep, nutrition, stress management, and physical activity, you can help support hormonal health and prevent imbalance. Regular checkups, blood tests, and conscious living go a long way in nurturing this dynamic and vital system. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the endocrine system. I hope you liked and learned something new today. We will meet next week for my favorite system, which is the musculoskeletal system. Like always, take care.